Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. And I say that because you are, in fact, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe some children, but no kids, because baby goats don't have internet. Pretty sure. So today I wanted to share with you something interesting. So let me ask you one very important question. What is it that makes a man a man? It's a very simple answer. Everyone knows it. Battle scars. That's right, battle scars. And today's video is very important because I am on the way to having a battle scar. This right here, this, yes, I have stitches. Stitches because, well, something has happened. Something epic, something dramatic, something astonishing. Now, I know it's only 11 stitches, but how I got those stitches is a much more impressive, dramatic, life-changing story that I will not be sharing with you. Because the truth is that I am not the best storyteller. Okay, the truth is, there are better storytellers than I. Okay, fine. Because, clearly, I need to be a little more truthful with this. I am a terrible, terrible storyteller, okay? You happy now? The YouTube overlords, let me tell you, they just... Okay, I get it. I was wrong. The YouTube masters... Alright, still wasn't good enough. The YouTube kings. Supreme rulers. Okay. The YouTube gods, as it were, want me to be very honest. So, I'm a terrible storyteller. So I'm gonna let my friends tell you what happened. Okay. Alright. We good? Okay. Here we go.
So, Nick's been prepping to play Frankenfurter for a long time. It wasn't my place to tell him otherwise, although I didn't necessarily agree with his decision. You know, he got the studded belts, he got the weaves, he got the face products, makeup. You know, he was ready to go. He even got all his lines down. I mean, he's known him since he was a kid. He's very passionate about it. Nick is a very passionate man. So, the day of the show comes, well, audition, so he called it a show. He thought that was his big break. And, ironically, he indeed had a big break. He slipped on his weave and landed on the stud of his belt. Yeah, he lost a chunk of his chin that day, all because he was so passionate about being the Frankenfurter. I didn't get one there.
We were all caribou watching, and Nicholas decided that he wanted to run after said caribou like a herd of wild horses, but it wasn't a herd of wild horses, and I think we were all a little concerned, but you know, we let him do as he wants.
Because we know Nicholas, and that just makes sense for Nicholas to just go run wild with the caribou.
Yeah, exactly. Why not run with the caribou? So he goes full force right into the field. You know, the caribou are freaking out. They're like, "What is that?"
He's got his hands up like this, and he's like, "Woo!"
And I'm like, "Nicholas, go for it, yeah!" And so, you know, we're all cheering him on.
I think our enthusiasm may have startled the caribou.
Just a touch.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah. But
so they start stampeding and everything, and Nicholas, you know, always being ever enthusiastic, just starts running with them again, and he's like in the middle of this stampede. But then the unexpected happened.
Yeah, very unexpected. So from the nearby bushes bursts forth a raccoon. Obviously it's rabid.
A very rabid raccoon.
Exactly. Like
foaming at the mouth.
What raccoon like just runs out of the bushes after someone? I mean, especially in the midst of a herd of stampeding caribou. So this thing, full force, just goes right over to Nick, and Nick, unaware as he's freely frolicking with all the caribou, is just dancing around happily, and this thing just launches into the air, right onto his face.
Yeah,
right onto his face. Looked like they were making out.
Yeah, Nicholas decided to make out with the raccoon.
Was he actually making out with the raccoon?
If it was a very painful makeout session for him.
I mean, it looks quite
that
passionate.
ended with us taking him to urgent care.
So yeah, that makeup session ended a little poorly. I mean, I'm sure Nicholas had someone else on his mind. He didn't really want to be with the raccoon. You know, he broke the raccoon's heart, so the raccoon broke his face.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Yeah, we had to take him to urgent care.
So,
Yeah. So, you know, he got stitches. He had stitches in. He has a scar now.
So yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
So here's how I heard it. So Nick gets kidnapped in the middle of the night. Like, the CIA guys just conk him over the head with a brick, bag over his head, drag him into the White House. He meets the president, and the president is surrounded by all these prime ministers from all these different countries, and they tell him, hey, you have to go find this thing. They don't even tell him what the thing is, which I think is actually really counterintuitive, because, I mean, if you sent him to find it, you probably want to know what it is. Anyway, so the president tells him he needs to go find it. Like, they already sent Indiana Jones. He died. So they're gonna train Nick, and they train him in like 6 hours, this lifetime worth of knowledge. And they send him off into Atlantis or Appalachian Mountain. I don't know. It's just full of ruins and all these broken down buildings, stones all over the place. And there are all these lions and these tigers and these bears and... Oh my. Give me a minute. Just the thought of him beating him down with his manly raw fists is just incredible. So he's there and he's fighting all these giant lions and these tigers and these bears and probably even like a Norse god or two. Who knows what he found there. But so he beats him down like with his bare fists, and he throws a grappling hook up onto the ledge of this tower, and he climbs right on up and he finds this thing. He still doesn't even know what it is at this point. It's just in this black box labeled thing the CIA needs. So he gets it, puts it in his backpack, climbs down the grappling hook rope, goes back, goes to the White House, hands it to the president. The president is so glad that he found it, he starts crying, like baby tears, crying. And so he decides to hold like this huge award ceremony in Nick's honor. And there's all these people from prime ministers and all these important people from other countries. Like, he just saved the world with whatever was in this black box. And so the president decides to give him a Medal of Honor, like right there, right on his chest. So he goes to pin it on, president starts crying again. This time, he's lost his manliness in front of the entire world. So he has to get it back, and so he uppercuts Nick in the chin, and that's how he got his stitches.
You know what? None of them got it right, actually. That was terrible. So, they did a great job telling the story. Very, very honest and true storytellers they were. And, make sure to tune in next week, where I will actually, for another video of what really happened. Okay, bye. I am not the best storyteller, so I have allowed my friends, my cohorts, acquaintances, minions, yes, my minions, to tell the story for me, because they are much, much better storytellers. You may have noticed that, well, there's a bit of a situation going down underneath my chin. Yeah. 11 stitches. Only 11.